What's up, everybody? This is Kitchen Talks, episode 25. I'm Nathan.
And this is Pete.
25 episodes!
25 episodes, dude. It's been an interesting 25 weeks.
Interesting 25 weeks. Some good topics.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about silence and narcissism today.
Mm-hmm. We're doing some talking about that today. First things first, though, what's anything major going on in the news that you've heard about? I haven't really been paying attention to the news, honestly, but...
Not that I can remember. I do know Russia's getting... Our tensions with Russia are getting pretty high.
U.S.?
Yeah.
Didn't they withdraw troops?
Yeah.
From Ukraine, withdrew them.
They increased their presence on the Ukrainian border.
Then they withdrew them, right?
No, they're still there.
I thought they withdrew them.
No, yeah, they're still there, and
Alexis Navalny is close to dying too, I guess, in prison because he's not eating.
Yeah, they ended up actually transferring him to some special facility to get treatment, but yeah, he was on that hunger strike for a while, and now Putin actually made some threatening remarks towards the West. He said something along the lines of, "We get the sense that we're being threatened in any way on the Ukrainian border, he's going to take military action."
Over here?
I don't know about over here, but I think
in that area.
In that area, yeah.
Not the U.S. though. He didn't say anything about that.
No, not the U.S. That
would be bad to say for him.
Yeah, that'd be dangerous words.
Yeah, that's all. I remember hearing about that. Not much else though. I still haven't got my COVID vaccine.
Me either. Are you still?
I'm gonna ask my doctor about it.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I think I will. He's probably gonna tell me to get it. I'll probably end up getting it. I just want more research to be done on them first.
Yeah, and from what I've heard, both of them, like the second dose, it gives you that icky feeling.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially towards younger people, because our immune system is already
stronger.
So, and with us, since we already had it, it's probably, it may get us achy.
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before Biden tries to do some gun control stuff too.
Yeah.
There's been more shootings, I think. It's hard to keep track of all of them. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if we get some talks of that soon, some gun control laws.
Yeah, especially because it just seems like since COVID restrictions are lifting and the virus is slowing a little bit, man, they've just come out of the woodworks.
Yeah, the shootings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like those guys were planning stuff during lockdown.
I wonder what he'll be able to do. He may be able to ban assault rifles, but I don't...
They've done it in the past.
I wonder what the reaction to that will be.
Probably a lot of anger. People love their guns.
Oh, another thing that we didn't... I don't think we covered the Derek Chauvin.
Yeah. Guilty on three counts of murder.
He's going to be away for a while. I watched that video of him getting sentenced. Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see how his eyes were kind of doing this
shifty,
number?
Yeah.
It was like...
He tried to play it off, though. Like, he was unfazed, huh?
I think he did.
Tried. Damn well going to prison for 75 years, though, is No playing that off.
Yeah,
No bail, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Because dude, they set his bail at $1 million the first when he first got arrested, and then he got out.
How the hell?
Someone paid his bail. Probably he must be wealthy if he paid a $1 million bail. His family.
Yeah, $1 million, and they paid.
Yeah, got him out. So that's why I was like, I hope there's no bail for him set. Well, once for something like that, there usually isn't.
Yeah, no, he's been sentenced.
Once you're sentenced, yeah.
Yeah, that's good for.
Dude, there would have been insane riots if he got off.
Oh,
Bad stuff.
yeah. Well,
Violence.
weren't there already protests going on outside the courthouse? Like people.
That was basically a warning, I think. Like, you guys, I think that's probably what led to the jury's decision too.
Yeah.
Honestly, is the pressures there, and the judge too.
Well, and like just from the video, it's so clear that it's excessive force and police brutality.
Yeah.
That'll definitely change the minds of a lot of police officers, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah. And there's also been some other. They shot that one girl
With a knife.
Yeah. I think that was necessary though. She was about to stab somebody, I think.
Yeah, I think I saw a brief clip of that. I think they cut it off right as but she was going after somebody with a knife.
So the cop shot her.
Yeah.
Yeah. LeBron James got some heat because he tweeted a picture of that cop and said, "You're next." And shortly deleted it because I think he didn't do his full research on that. Like why the cop shot that girl. There's a valid reason. So he was under some heat for being divisive. Trump even said LeBron's a POS, basically. He's always causing further divisiveness.
Yeah, in the video, like what force would have been like? I mean, he maybe could have used his taser, but was it just?
I feel like if someone's got a knife, though, you gotta
Yeah,
act quick, huh?
because
Yeah, and I'm not on either side, LeBron or whatever. I mean, he's been known to be a voice for the NBA in terms of speaking out against this stuff. And obviously, someone getting shot by police is never good. So, but he probably should have not jumped the gun too quick and posted that without knowing why the cop wasn't just, I don't think, trying to shoot somebody.
yeah, your next stuff too is probably. I wonder if he saw the whole.
He deleted the tweet like 30 minutes after that tweet went out because people were like, "Dude, seriously, this was actually a valid." But then the other kid that got shot in Chicago, right? The guy that was running and had his hands up, and they still shot him. He did have a gun, I think. So, and there were shots fired. That's what the cop was responding to. So he probably was worried.
Yeah, I saw the video. It kind of like as he was running, he tossed it real quick, and it was like a motion.
Yeah, and that's probably the cop didn't know if he was reaching. I kind of have to say that wasn't something like that. I don't think the cop should go to jail for.
Is he go fired or?
That's a good question. I don't think he did get fired.
Okay.
I mean, that actually happened a long time ago, and they're just now releasing the footage. So it's been a while, I think, since that happened. Like 4 months, 3 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a long time.
So I'm sure he's still working. Yeah. First off, don't run from the police is the main thing. I mean, of course, there is some cases where police are really just out to some bad cops that really are just have a lot of hatred. Like the guy that pepper sprayed that
Oh, that
village.
army.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was pure. I can't play the devil's advocate on that one. That was
Yeah.
pure just stupidity.
That was excessive.
Because the guy wasn't running or anything. He was literally just sitting there.
What did he get pulled over for?
A license plate issue, I think. It was
Oh.
a new car. And when you get a new car, you have to put the temporary license plate on. And I think it was the cop just couldn't see it or something. I don't know. It was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, it escalated to that. That's just.
Yeah. But like and George Floyd obviously didn't run from the police either. And so he definitely didn't deserve to get a knee to the neck.
No, in the video too, I saw bits and pieces of the full video. They were being aggressive right from the start. I think he was in. Did you see it?
Yeah, they were kind of shoving him around and
Yeah.
yeah. I think that cop was a very bad cop.
Yeah.
And like the power he felt sitting with his knee on a guy's neck. And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Especially because I think George Floyd was even saying, I can't breathe. Or he was. I heard you can hear it in the video.
Yeah.
You'd think a cop would go, maybe I should not. Maybe I should lift my knee up because there's already been, what was that guy's name that died? The I can't breathe guy? Eric Gardner, I think his name was. The bigger guy that they had him on the ground and he died from suffocation.
Yeah.
You'd think this cop, Chauvin, would have been like, let's not have a repeat of that. He's saying I can't breathe. I should probably not put my knee on his neck any longer.
I wonder why it didn't. Because
I think he was just that evil. He's paying the price now.
Yep.
Justice was served. Hopefully this shows people that can't get away with that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of hesitancy towards that kind of force now because you can get deep. Well, you get prison time for it now.
In life in jail.
Which is the way it should be.
I agree. Wonder what that. Well, I think people that are obsessed with power get driven into jobs like that sometimes.
Yeah. I think they do. It's
people that want you to types of individuals that want people to obey them so they can feel powerful.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor. They should have some sort of screening to where those people don't get on the force.
I agree, but I don't know how you could screen for it.
Yeah, especially if they're really good at hiding it.
They could lie. Yeah, because power. Some of those guys, that's why they do it. They don't actually want to protect people. They want to feel powerful.
I wonder if police forces will start to really change the way they train now.
They should. If you can't diffuse a situation without pulling your gun, maybe you shouldn't be a cop.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to say, though, unless I've been in their shoes.
Yeah. Because I'm just trying to think of what it would be.
That's the thing. Me and you haven't been in a African American guy's shoes or a policeman's shoes, so it's hard to say what our sides on it or our 2 cents on it. Because unless you've actually, we can say what we feel it would be like to be targeted or to be feeling like a cop and have your life threatened. Also, we don't actually know what it's like in the situation, huh?
That's a good point. Yeah. That's probably part of the problem.
We just don't know what it's like.
Yeah. That's why it's so difficult to get a hold on the issue.
What were we? Oh well, narcissism.
Yeah,
That's kind of ties into the whole power thing.
yeah,
What I think everyone knows someone that's they could classify as narcissistic,
yeah,
or
and
you
that's
met someone like that.
and that's probably what ties into some of those jobs too, where you get a lot of guys like that on the force, and that just are on that spectrum of uh, narcissism.
Narcissism. Narcissism is closely related to, um, I think, psychopathy and sociopaths as well.
It,
It's the same kind of like lack of empathy and well, no, that's not actually not the case. So, being a psychopath and sociopath, I think lack of empathy and narcissism is a trait. So narcissism then is just being. You also have lack of empathy with narcissism too, because it's all about you. It's really like a. You think you're almost like Kanye West, for example. He already admits that he has some major mental health. He's been pretty open about that, and I think he I think he has bipolar disorder. He admitted to that. He takes medication for it and all that. But he'll go through different like the mania phase of that. You'll go through a phase of mania where you feel like you're a god. That's why he has that song called "I Am God" or whatever. You probably heard that song.
yeah,
I think he wrote that song when he felt like he was a fucking god. He literally thought he was God. Like he's that's kind of what narcissism is too. You think you're just from what I hear, feel like you're like a god basically, a god amongst men, walking around.
is
No one can fuck with you type thing. And when someone tries to, you basically don't let them defy you and try to get back at them.
well, how does that develop?
That's a good
Is
question.
it does it are some people born with
I think I can look it up.
or
I think well genetic. It's a heritable psychological condition. It's more likely to develop. So it is inherited. What causes someone? Childhood abuse or neglect, excessive parental pampering, unrealistic expectations from parents. Okay.
so any type of mental trauma in childhood,
That's how a
basically?
lot of mental illness develops, I think. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
So is it if it develops in childhood, is it then reversible, or is it pretty much a done deal? If
Can narcissism be cured? No cure. Therapy can help. That's funny. Poor self narcissists actually have really low self esteem. You'd think if they thought they were gods, they'd have high self esteem.
and have more realistic expectations of others. Okay, so
That's
that's
rough. That's really
yeah.
rough. we all can display some certain. I think everyone can be a narcissist at times.
Yeah.
I think we can all be certain things at times, but it's when you're getting out of control. I think that's the problem. You're not at all putting anyone's feelings into consideration. That's when it becomes a problem, I think. And you're having unrealistic expectations of others, which we know. And people like that, I'm sure a lot of people listening know of people like that.
Yeah, that's surprising. There's no treatment for it too.
Just therapy.
Just therapy.
The problem with that is narcissists don't usually want therapy. They already think they're amazing. Why would they want to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they want to change? That's a problem. Yeah. Hopefully someday some of the more major mental illnesses can be cured.
Yeah, it feels like the brain is one of those things. Like it's like the Earth's crust. It's like one of the things we've only scratched the surface of
Yeah.
being able to understand. So there probably will be.
There's got to be a way to reverse stuff, and it's all chemical stuff. So introduce different chemicals to rearrange. Yeah, there has to be a way. We already know nothing's set in stone with your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Changes all the time. What would be weird is if they were able to erase all past trauma, childhood, because it seems like a lot of mental illnesses, especially the major ones, occur in childhood, like childhood abuse or neglect for these antisocial, like psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists. They all classify under antisocial personality disorder. Those three, just the disregard for other people, basically. So I think those usually, when they're developed, they occur from, like it said, childhood abuse. That'd be weird or cool if there was a way to, if you could wipe all that out and then it somehow got rid of the chain leading up to how you developed it.
Yeah.
Wipe the memories.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Like take a guy like Ted Bundy before he started killing people and hit the. If you could, like, there's some way you could just reset his fucking brain and mold him into a different person. That'd be pretty cool. Like if people start going down the wrong path, you can just say, "This guy's actually a danger. We need to reset and push him a different way."
Yeah, that would be
That'd be
really
nice.
cool and helpful.
Yeah,
I wonder if like AI could do that.
I think so. I think there is definitely a way.
Especially if we get those chips implanted at a later date.
That'd be crazy, though. If you could prevent some of these atrocities, or just in general, people not being good for society in a way, just not necessarily committing crime, but if they'd have to be, it would be consensual though. Like they'd give the okay to be reset. It wouldn't be like we're going to force you. It would all be like ethical.
Yeah.
The person would have to go, yeah, I want to get reset.
I wonder if they'd be willing to do that too.
To get reset.
I think if like you marketed it in a way of, if you want higher self-esteem, do this.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Maybe that would attract them to getting that fixed.
Yeah, I wonder if there could be a pill to take for stuff like that too. Obviously, there's medication to help with mental illness, but I'm talking about a pill that actually fucking cures the damn thing. Because pills just kind of make it so numbs it a little bit and makes it easier to deal with in terms of anxiety and depression. Either boosts certain chemicals or balances certain ones or lowers certain ones. But I'm talking about something that would actually just
Wipe it clean out.
Yeah, no, like reset.
I think tech like that or medicine like that will come eventually.
You do?
Yeah, but it's going to be a long time.
That's heavy stuff to work on. That'll
Yeah.
take a while. Silence.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about how silence is kind of frowned upon in Western society.
Yep. Especially in, especially if you're around other extroverts and at work, and you definitely start to feel like you have like there's something wrong with you if you're not being overly talkative.
And the awkward silence effect too.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a real thing or if we've just been brought up to believe in that you feel awkward when there's silence.
Probably brought up. Yeah.
Because silence is just silence.
Yeah, I think back way back when it wasn't uncommon for people to just sit in silence.
Yeah. I wonder what changed.
Just the cultural stuff over time, the need to communicate over certain things in business, and people love seeing outgoing, happy people, I think.
That's true, huh?
And I think that's become the expectation over time.
Yeah. I've caught myself trying to try to fill empty space.
Yeah, it does get, silence does get a little bit like
Eerie.
Especially if you're in a like group setting and you're talking with a group and no
It's all
one's talking.
Yeah.
Eventually, someone says something.
Yeah. Which that's probably good. It's
Yeah.
be really weird. But a little bit of silence isn't bad. Some people just can't stand it though.
Yeah, I think it's. I wonder what drives those different personality traits. Like,
I really think nature and nurture, that's what they go by, is certain things chemically hereditary makes up your personality, and also environmental.
okay.
And how those things mix together is what makes you you. It's sad to say that experiences in your life may have been the reason for certain negative characteristics about you that you don't like. Definitely.
So a quiet person could turn into a loud or talkative person over time.
Yeah. I think you may be predisposed to hereditarily having a certain personality, but then I think the direction you go with it comes from how you're treated, experiences. Your brain starts to put two and two together and say, this is what we have to do to survive now, because it seems like this is what's going on. Just false, but yeah.
So you could dig up past experiences or try and get to the root of some
The negative characteristic that you don't like?
Yeah.
I think so. There got to be a way. I think that's the main thing, is getting rid of those repressed emotions is what causes most problems, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
Kind of sucks to know though what someone said to you when you were 5 years old could have literally screwed up your whole like how you think about yourself. That makes me mad to think.
yeah. Well, the other thing is like you could have totally forgotten about a particular event because it was so.
But it's there affecting what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And I think that has to do with some people are more sensitive to what others say about them, and that's what would make. Because some people, when they're younger, if someone tells them something, they don't even care, you know? So I think there's already some predisposed characteristics that you have. Then whatever goes on in your environment contributes to it.
What contributes to silence again? You said nurture and
Oh,
nature.
silence. I
Yeah,
think, uh, yeah, the nature versus nurture
the
argument.
nature versus
Yeah,
nurture.
nature. That part nature, so genetics, and then nurture's like how you came up, your environment.
Okay,
Nature versus nurture. That's a psychology term to describe certain why someone turned out the way they did, and make sure those two things.
so it's incredibly complicated how somebody
Uh,
kind of comes to be.
yeah, I'm saying like guys like serial killers like Ted Bundy, like evil people. I mean, shit. There's people that have been. There's millions of other people that probably had similar upbringings as him. He didn't get abused. He didn't get, as far as we know. Like from what I know, he just. I don't know what all went on in his childhood, but it wasn't like I don't think any sexual abuse or that kind of thing. There's people who have had it way worse than him growing up and didn't turn out to go kill people. They may have actually been had a good impact on society. So that's what like, but some other event could have happened to him that completely threw him into the fucked his brain. You know, weird. So
That
just because you have the same upbringing as someone, then that's where the nature part comes in, the brain, genetics. So that's why two different people with the same upbringing could go two different paths. I think it's complicated to me. I that's as far as I know. Learning what I learned in psychology class. That's what our professor told us. And I like psychology, so
that's crazy how that works. Like,
yeah, that two people you could give them the same life, and they'd turn out completely different if they had different brains. Weird. But I think it can be reversed, though. I really do. I think we got to figure that out, though. I don't think anyone's a lost cause. I want to think that nobody is a lost cause.
well, that's probably why it's so difficult to. It's why mental health problems are probably so difficult to tackle because
It's a mixture. You're like, where did we go wrong here?
yeah.
Yeah, and then kids that are born with like Down syndrome or certain like cerebral palsy or those kind of terrible, basically in a wheelchair and can't talk. Some of those guys, and they're kids.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way to. It'd be cool if we could find a way to. Well, genetic engineering and coding. If there's a way before someone was born to really make sure that shit was present, and you could take it out, and that'd be cool.
Yeah, because that's gotta suck. Being well, depending on how far gone their brain is, living a life
You don't even
that.
get to live, really.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if we could find a way to reverse for people with mental illness, and then prevent people being born with those kind of genetic disorders where they can't walk, or if there's a way to just redo it.
that'd be that'd be an incredible advance in technology. I mean,
Problem is, it would get abused.
Yeah.
With every good thing like that, there's always someone that has to screw it up and use it for bad. Someone might start trying to genetically engineer the perfect race, and like you get
Yeah.
that fucking crazy guy like Hitler, another guy like him that decides he's gonna wipe out all, get rid of another race or something with it.
Very positive.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's, and that's crazy because like that's a real possibility. I mean, that's
Oh god, it's not far off. They already know how to clone. Apparently,
wow.
take you and clone you. They could probably with just a few strands of your DNA.
That's wild to think
Yeah,
about. Like, imagine if that kind of tech got in the hands of like the black market and
that's the problem. They'd be making some bad stuff. Got into the hands of Kim Jong Un.
yeah, like he could clone an American, random American, and he goes out and attacks a square in North
Oh, to
Korea.
make us look bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like start a war. Like there's
I didn't think about that. Yeah, the cool thing with genetic engineering would be food. We wouldn't have to rely on like weather can screw up a whole farmer's crops, and we wouldn't
yeah.
have to rely on that. And we wouldn't have to. You could genetically engineer. They already do the Impossible burgers. It's not even real meat. You've probably seen those.
Yeah, I think so.
It tastes just like fucking meat, but it's not cow meat. It's genetically made. So that would be really cool because it gives you good nutrients, and you're not having to use kill real life animals. And cows are one of the main reasons for climate change because of
Yeah,
all the emissions. Literally, them farting is the
yeah.
methane they let off. The amount of gas just not good that cows produce. So if we could stop doing that, it'd be good.
It's interesting all the potential solutions to
With
this stuff.
genetic, yeah.
Yeah,
But of course, there's the reason for being careful is because of that. That it's very dangerous. And when you start cloning people and genetically making babies, like to where two parents can choose what they want their baby to look like and be good at, that's literally what they want their baby to look like. They genetically engineer it to look like that.
that's like future dystopia type
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
And then you don't have any variety, which would be scary too.
yeah, takes a lot of the original human element out of it.
I think we'll get there though. I think it will be like that someday. It's gonna be weird to see. It's a good question to ask my grandparents is if they would have imagined cell phones when they were kids.
Yeah, that's it. Probably not at all.
Or computers, what we're doing right now. They probably didn't imagine any of that. So we'll probably be when we're older, like, whoa.
Yeah, and it's going to be more exponential. I bet.
Oh God.
A lot faster.
I mean, we're already traveling to space quite a bit now. Talks of colonizing other planets from Elon Musk mostly. He wants to do that.
Yeah, I think tech. It'll be interesting to see what tech is like. Like when we're 40.
The AI has already been created. We know that. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think Elon Musk said they were already at the point where they could manipulate uh, like a device in your spine. I think
What would it do to us?
it would help us out with advanced thinking and like it
Seriously?
makes you.
Superhuman?
Yeah,
No way.
I think so.
In terms of your brain,
Yeah,
be smart and shit,
yeah. It makes you into an advanced.
like an AI.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yep. And you're. Oh, that's the other thing we would talk about. Once you died, they're already at the point where they can store your intelligence and AI. So you're pretty much living past when you die in a computer.
Oh, so they like upload your
Yeah,
like a hard
consciousness.
drive almost.
Yeah. He said they're actually at the point. Well, they'll be at that point in a couple years.
So we'd basically be immortal
Yeah,
in
I
a
think
way.
so. Yep, you can. Your consciousness can live. I think that's what he said on AI.
So when you die, you're just you all your memories and stuff would be somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't really die then.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy. Why'd this freeze on us? I don't know. Hopefully it's still recording. It just like froze. All right, we're back. Mic cut out there, but we were about to wrap up anyway. We were just talking about AI and how it's going to take some jobs away, and how we're probably in our lifetime going to see some crazy advancements.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about how AI also could be used as a weapon and how it could be stored on, or intelligence can be stored in AI past someone's lifetime. So, yeah, it's crazy the way tech's going. But
On that note, we'll find a quote. Sure. Epictetus.
oh,
This one?
is that a pretty good one?
This one?
It's time you realize you have something more powerful, miraculous than the things that affect. It's like a puppet. Ah. Do you like that one?
Yeah, I like it.
This quote's from Marcus Aurelius. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet.
Day to day, life is nothing, basically, compared to what you got inside of you.
Yeah. And it's whatever you think of yourself right now, you definitely have more in you.
As long as you listen to this podcast.
That's right.
This was Kitchen Talks episode 25. I'm Nathan.
And this is B.
See you next week.
See you next week, guys.